Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany, and today I'm going to be talking about how nurses influence others through leadership. Influence in nursing extends beyond clinical care. It shapes culture, it guides teams, it improves patient outcomes. Nurses are not just caregivers, but also powerful leaders who inspire change in individuals, teams, and entire organizations. To understand the role of the influence in nursing, it's helpful to think beyond traditional leadership roles, such as nurse managers, for example. Every nurse, regardless of their title, has influence. Whether they are at the bedside, in the boardroom, leading community healthcare initiatives, nurses who influence others through communication, collaboration, advocacy, and leading by example. So, leadership in nursing is not just about giving orders, but creating environments where others can thrive. This concept is supported by both nursing specific research and principles borrowed from business and organizational leadership. I'll begin with my first article, Human Resources for Health, which is my nursing journal article. So the study focuses on the concept of engaging leadership. So engaging leaders support autonomy, competence, and relatedness. So these are the three psychological needs that significantly influence motivation and well-being. This In the study, the author found that the nurses who experienced engaging leadership reported higher job satisfaction, reduced burnout, and stronger intrinsic motivation. So, why does this matter? Because when a nurse feels empowered, they're more likely to take initiative, they're more likely to mentor others, and participate in problem solving. So these are all forms of influence that ripple across teams and affect the quality of care. So, in other words, engaging leadership turns nurses into influencers through trust, support, and shared vision. My business journal, I'll touch on to bring a business perspective into it. And in the journal that I chose by Altman and Naylor, ask a provocative question, which was, is business acumen optional or essential for nurse leaders? So they argue that understanding business principles like financial literacy, strategic thinking, operational management is not a luxury, but rather a necessity. Why is this? Because nurses today work in complex systems. So, without understanding how the systems function, it's difficult to influence decision making at the organizational level. So, they emphasize that when nurses understand and speak the language of business, they're better equipped to advocate for patient safety, for staffing needs, innovation. Um, so, influence isn't just emotional, it's strategic. So, how can we apply this to leadership in nursing? So, first, we are developing engaging leadership skills. That means creating psychologically safe environment for your peers, being approachable, encouraging autonomy, and fostering collaboration. Second, business acumen helps nurses influence policy and resource allocation. For example, a nurse leader who understands budgeting can better advocate for better staffing needs and better equipment. And also, nurses can influence others by modeling behaviors they want to see, from evidence based practice to respectful teamwork. So, leading by example. In short, nursing influence is both relational and strategic, grounded in emotional intelligence and systematic thinking. So, to wrap things up, Nurses influence others by leading with empathy, modeling excellence, speaking up for what matters, from bedside nursing to the boardroom. Again, nursing leadership is about impact, not position. So the two articles that I referenced, the Nursing Journal and the Business Journal, demonstrate that nurses who lead with engagement and strategic awareness are not only effective caregivers, but also transformative leaders.